Thank you for joining me. This is an animated King James reading of Mark 15. Early in the morning, the chief priest had a meeting with the elders and the teachers and the whole council. And he bound Jesus, put him where he couldn't get away. And he delivered him to Pilate. This all came from the leaders of the church. When they brought Jesus into the place where Pilate was, Pilate asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus replied, "You have said." The chief priest was also in the room with Pilate and Jesus, and they asked questions to Jesus, and Jesus said absolutely nothing to their questions. Pilate asked Jesus, "Do you hear what these people are saying about you? Do you hear that? All these witnesses?" Jesus said nothing. Pilate was amazed at the silence of Jesus being accused. Then one of the most powerful people of the religious sect of Israel stirred those people up and had them say, "Crucify Jesus." And Pilate said, "Now what shall I do with Jesus?" And those people being led by bad leadership said, "Crucify Jesus, crucify him." Pilate asked them again, "What has this man done? What did he do wrong?" They said, "Crucify him, crucify him, crucify him." Then Pilate looked over the people and said, "You know what? Have it your way. You want Barabbas instead of Jesus? It's on you. I'm going to beat him, and then I'm going to crucify him." Just like in our day today, they led the prisoner to the praetorium, and they called together the whole band. The soldiers put on Jesus a purple robe and plaited thorns and placed it upon him. They began to salute him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews." And some spit on him, and they hit him on the head that was already crowned with thorns. Now they took off the purple robe and they put him back on his clothes, and they led him away to be crucified. Simon, a Cyrenian, was compelled by the soldiers to take and carry the cross for Jesus. Jesus entered into a place called Golgotha, that means the place of a skull. They offered Jesus wine mixed with myrrh to drink, and he said no. After Jesus was crucified, the soldiers took his garment and parted it and gambled to see who would take what. Jesus was recorded to have been crucified at 9 o'clock in the morning. Jesus was accused, and it was written above his cross, "King of the Jews." Jesus was not crucified alone on this day. There was a thief being crucified on the right and one was on the left. This was also written according to Isaiah 53:12. Everything that Jesus went through, he was going by the right. And they said, "Build the temple in 3 days." You gonna build in 3 days? Okay, we'll see. He said, "If you saved others, why don't you come down and save yourself?" They said, "Oh, no, he saved others, but he can't save himself." He said, "If you come down, if you descend, we'll see and believe." They reviled him, even those that were on the cross. Jesus was crucified at noon, and the earth was dark in that area for 3 hours. 3 o'clock, the sun was back out again. Jesus cried out with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" They said, "He's calling for Elijah." He said, "Elijah? Let's see if Elijah will come and help him." and they gave him vinegar to drink on a sponge. Jesus didn't take it. Don't need anything. I want to feel every pain of this. And Jesus cried with a loud voice, and he died. He gave up the ghost. And the temple veil was rent from the top to the bottom. And the centurion said, "True, this man was the Son of God. This man is the Son of God." And Mary Magdalene was watching from a distance. And the other women who were in Galilee also came to Jerusalem, and they saw what happened. Right before the day of the Sabbath, that Friday night, this counselor, whose name was Joseph, he craved for the body of Jesus. I want to bury him properly. And he went to Pilate and he said, "Can I have his body?" And Pilate says, "He dead already?" So he called a centurion and found out that he was dead, and he told him, "Yes, you can have the body of Jesus." Joseph the counselor completed his desire to bury Jesus. These women followed Jesus when he was alive all the way to his grave: Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. Please visit me at brendaonline.com.